whatever. So let's have some fun here to get right into it. Jets traded linebacker Avery Williamson to the Steelers.
Great.
He was on a winless team. Now he's on an undefeated team, and he's celebrated. We talk about the GOATs.
Yes.
And the GOATs are unimpeachable. And Danny Green, his status as the greatest athlete social media post of all time is in trouble. We all know Danny Green had some fun taking selfies.
Right.
And Avery Williamson, as soon as he was traded, he put on his full Jets uniform, hailed a cab.
It was beautiful.
You see this, Sam?
No.
It's incredible.
An umbrella in full uniform.
Didn't even take the pads off.
Yeah, he got dressed to take that photo.
You know he can't get a cab here, though.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not getting a cap here.
Nope.
Oh, wow. So cool. That's so great.
All right, so let's go through this week's slate. We're going to talk about what we know, and we have what would have been a great Thursday night matchup, probably the crown jewel of the Thursday schedule. Looking forward to this season. Packers at 49ers. Packers opened at 3 before it was taken off the board.
It was taken off the board?
Yeah. A lot of injuries in San Francisco.
Right. Oh, boy. And they're going to be – their playoff chances are pretty much out the window. Or is Nick the QB for the 49ers going to be their savior?
No, they're done. The division's too good.
Yeah.
Every year we see that NFL defenses, they catch up with innovative play callers, and they got to come back around the next year like the Rams and Sean McVay have kind of done so far this season.
Yeah.
And so we remember the NFC Championship game last year. We know the Packers have a revenge game in them for that, and now the Packers are coming off a bad loss where they're being told you can't beat teams that know how to run the football. I don't care what the spread is here. I am backing the Pack.
Yeah. I think it's away. The 49ers are so banged up, they shouldn't even play, honestly. I don't know if that's possible. They should just be like, oh, yeah, we all have COVID. Can we scrap this game? Packers are just going to win this hand right. They always bounce back. When they against Tampa, they always bounce back. So I see Aaron Rodgers going for 5 real quick.
Yeah, the Packers, like their story as a franchise, they always have a great quarterback and a defensive coordinator who their fan base wants executed.
Yeah, yes. Like Mike Pettin, he plays this like his 3-4 defense is not great, and it's never been great. It's one of those break bend defenses, but they break so many times, especially against the run. So. Ain't happening.
Yeah, I mean, this spread would have to be 10.5 for me not to bet on the Packers here. It can't be that high because they're a road team, because they lost last week, because they don't play well with this style. I imagine it's going to be at like 6.5. So, yeah, Packers all the way.
All the way.
Most fun game of the weekend, your Seattle Seahawks. And they're facing the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
And the Seahawks, they're better than anyone but KC and maybe Pittsburgh, but they're going across the country to face a team that can get in the driver's seat for the division. So, listeners, viewers, don't bet on this one.
This is a stay away. It's going to be one of those ugly games, and I don't think Russ is going to throw for that much. It might be a lot of him running for his life a little bit, but if they get Carlos Dunlap by the Bills by the game, maybe you might see a little difference. But their defense just is poor.
Their defense is poor, and the Bills, if Seattle's pass rush is better, they have a lot of quick timing routes. They throw underneath all those speedsters.
Yeah, Cole Bees,
Stephon Diggs, anyone who's 6 foot and runs a 4.3 40 is on the Bills receiving core.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it could be one of those 17-10, or we're going double dig for everybody.
Yeah, this might be a 35-38 barn burner. This speaks to me as the best game of the week. I think it'll be really fun. I think the travel elements mitigate the Seahawks' strengths.
Yes.
And just get your popcorn ready.
Just get your popcorn ready. You're going to see a couple mobile running backs. And then Seattle might have a little leg up because they have to face Russell Wilson in practice. So we kind of know how to deal with a running quarterback a little bit.
Yeah. So that one, don't spend any money. Next one, Lions at Vikings.
What are you taking, huh?
Vikings
You
favored
feeling
by
it?
3.5.
That's disrespectful.
To who?
Well, I mean, the Vikings coming off that Trump, it's kind of like, hey, give me some more a little bit.
But 3.5.
Dalvin Cook's back.
3.5 is the key figure. Vegas, you see that 3.5? That tells you where the heart is.
You're right. That 0.5 is that 0.5.
You gotta back the Vikings here.
Yeah.
The Lions may win this game, but the math is the Vikings because they have so many new pieces.
Right.
They're gonna get better as the year goes along.
I just love that you're like, it's your team, but you're putting down, you're using the math. You're using the math. That's good. Because I would just bet with my gut all the time and say, Browns win all the time and lose all of it.
I mean, the only bet I've seen you make was Alex Caruso for NBA Finals MVP.
For sure. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, he was close. He probably got a couple votes.
Yeah. Hell yeah, he did.
So, yeah, that one, I'd probably take the Vikings there. I won't do it. It's my religion. I'm not allowed to bet against the Lions, but yeah, Vikings are going to win by 10-14, I would imagine.
Okay.
And maybe the Lions get hot without Galladay. I don't know. I don't see it.
Stafford's the guy. You just got to give him multiple targets because they know where to lock on with Matt. Like they know how he plays, so he just needs some more. Needs those guys healthy soon.
And the offensive play calling so bad. I imagine Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota's out of the playoff berth race yet.
You really think
there's an extra spot? Is it going to go to an NFC East team? No. There's going to be 2 from the NFC South.
Yeah.
Is it going to? There's not going to be another one from the East, and there's going to be probably 2 from the West, and easily 2 from the North.
I mean, what you saw on Sunday is pretty much, when we were just a Dalvin Cook away. If that's the Vikings' identity, what they're going to do, if they do that, yeah, they're a playoff team.
Yeah, and their talent level's there. Now it's a matter of them getting their record to catch up with their team.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, take the Vikings there. Giants at Washington.
Washington's going to, for sure, win that one. So, but question is how much? They're not a high-scoring offense.
They have no good. Their receiving core is good.
Yeah.
Their defensive line is very good.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, that's enough to beat the Giants.
Pretty easy. Because I think the funny is you just don't know what Danny Dimes you're gonna get every week.
Yeah, he'll either be like a train wreck or pretty bad. Which one you gonna get? None of them should have been picked 5th overall. So
yeah, he's really not showing up for that 5th pick overall.
No, not even a little bit. And then, the line's not out yet, so I don't know which way to go on that. But I would imagine Washington, off a bye no less, wins by around 7.
Yeah, I was going to say 3 or 7 for that, for sure. I think that's pretty easy.
And you know what? We're looking ahead at the schedules.
Yeah.
There's still good value on Washington to win that division. There's a 4-game stretch here.
Yeah.
Right off a bye. Washington can go on a run.
That's what you need. And a lot of the other teams that are in that division are going to be playing pretty, it's a tough schedule. And you don't know what the Eagles are. They have no idea what the Eagles are.
And here's the play. Here's the way to put it out there. You bet a little bit on Washington to win the division right now.
Cool.
I think they are around 4-1. They were 4-1 last week, and the Eagles win wouldn't hurt those odds. So you put $25 on Washington to win that division.
Love it.
With the plan that bet will hit, and then you go against them in their first playoff game.
Yes. Yes, that's a great chess move. I love that.
Yeah, like absolutely Washington can make the playoffs. Can they win a playoff game?
No.
And we're confirming it's 4-1 still. So
Do it.
Hold on. I'm pulling up the Washington schedule right here.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to Google Washington football team schedule? That's just going to take me to every high school game around.
But and Kyle Allen's clicking, so I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, they pulled up Washington Huskies football. Shouts to Ty Willingham. Washington football.
That's a good program. That's a good program right there.
Team? Okay, that gets it. So they have Giants, Lions, Bengals, Cowboys are their next 4 games. They can go 3-1 that stretch, and if they go 3-1 in that stretch, they're in first place in that division.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
You gotta love it.
And you know what else is going to get you invested in cheering for a Kyle Allen helmed football team?
Kyle Allen. But that's good. Ron Rivera knew. He had something in his pocket, and he's like, no one wants him. So I'm just going to grab him because he knows what I want. And there you go. Especially if this is kind of like how Miami is. If you have a good defense, you just need like an okay quarterback.
Yeah, but it's got to suck because Kyle Allen is a game manager and he's playing in front of Alex Smith. That's like getting cucked and watching your wife sleep with someone who looks just like you. Like if I was into that, that'd be like I hired Mr. Clean to come over and give it to my old lady.
Oh, boy. Oh, God. But you got to have that.
Yeah, can't have that. That's the way to do it. That's a fun bet. That bet, it gets you through to January.
Yeah, that gets me juiced. I'm amped. I'll do it.
Yeah,
is Mr. Clean into that type of fetish there?
I don't know. Maybe I'd have a better chance if I invited Mr. Clean over for myself. What side is the earring on?
Fine. $15 all in one session. Very good. Pretty easy here. Pretty easy.
It's on the left, Brian.
I don't know. Is that good?
I mean, they're both good. It's like they're both great. I've got uncles who wear earrings on both sides of their ears, and I love them equally.
That's great. That's good.
No. I thought I was getting for how smart I was during the election thing. How am I this stupid now?
You used up all your energy. Those are your energy juices up there in your brain. Your brain box.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the world's smartest idiot.
Ooh, that's a good title.
That's who I am. Okay, next one. Panthers at Chiefs. Line is 12. I think this is another stay away. But the Panthers, they're an example how schedule makers can be the biggest test a team faces. Mm-hmm. You know what? They had 2 divisional games in 5 days. They looked good. Rule had a good crew out there, but Teddy Bridgewater has been bad.
Yeah, Teddy's not ready for prime time. Not yet. Not with that defense. You need McCaffrey back. Then you're in prime time. So he needs to rely on his core players. And everyone's showing up okay, but he needs to get someone that's reliable on that running back on that line.
I don't think he would have ever started an NFL game if his name was Ted Bridgewater.
Ted? Has anyone seen Ted? Like, no way. No one's getting a Ted. Ted Danson, for sure, but no Ted. No Ted.
Teddy all day.
You got to go Teddy. He knows it.
Yeah, good branding there. He's gotten $25
Ted Bridgewater
million off.
For Gatorade. Yeah, that's it.
He's made probably $30 million from adding a syllable to his name.
Then that's right. That's how you do it.
Yeah, but okay, that one, don't place it. Next one, ooh, this will be fun. Broncos at Falcons.
Oh, Broncos. Book it in the books.
3.5.
That's it. That's the that half, as we said. I think they can do it.
Love the half point. Broncos, they're always getting 3.5. We saw what happened on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be one of those games though, because they're both two of those. They're the type of teams that will try to somehow rally back in the fourth, and Matt loves to do that too. So, yeah, it's gonna be a fun one.
And Matt Ryan's such a pragmatic, like reasonable quarterback. He's going to pull Drew Lock aside after the game, and Drew Lock's just going to be like looking at his phone.
Hey, good game. Oh, hey, you want to TikTok real quick? You want to do a TikTok dance? That's a good TikTok dance over there.
Yeah, he's great. Probably. So I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was a Bears fan for the day.
Oh boy.
I put money on the Bears +5.
I see, because you sound sad. You sound very upset with yourself.
Yeah, I had a friend from Chicago come over.
Yeah.
We made chili, and he was so upset during the entire thing.
Oh yeah.
Like you get. If you watch a game with Bears fans, they're cursing about quarterbacks who last played in like 1998.
Yeah.
Fucking Cade McNown.
Oh, they can't. Their history always haunts them.
And what happened to Matt Nagy?
You're out coaching yourself.
He's getting cute.
Yeah.
Like there was that incident where the Bears player punched the Saints cornerback 2 times. He slapped him once. Didn't get his attention. Then he kind of looked, and then he just punched him, which is a bad look. You don't want to punch a helmet.
Yeah.
And then when asked about it after the game, do you know what Matt Nagy's response was?
He didn't see it, right?
He said he was looking at the ground.
Hey Matt, you don't say that to the reporters, okay?
Yeah, you could be like, yeah, it was bad.
You're right. That's it. It's unacceptable.
Like if you're in charge of a company worth billions of dollars, maybe if something about the behavior of your employee, you don't want to say you weren't paying attention.
Never. But we really need to, whoever, when an NFL player punches another NFL player in the helmet, they should just get banned for life, because that's just the dumbest move in the world. How's this fun? Punching a helmet. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, not at all. That's how you break hands. That's how you break metatarsals.
That's a lot of metatarsals in there.
And they're at the Titans. The Titans are favored by 6 points, and I think I'm going to be back in the Bears' money line here.
You really?
Well, look at the 3 most important players from last year's Titans line, the trenches. Outside of Derrick Henry, Jarrell Casey's in Denver,
right?
Jack Conklin's in Cleveland, and then Taylor Lewan is on the injured list for the year. That line is bad. And they're playing the Chicago Bears with an awesome defensive line. A lot of the Bears look like actual bears, and I think that's cool.
That's what they do. They're like, okay, I like what his picture is. Okay, he does look like, put the bear format on him, and then there we go.
Yeah, they look more like their mascot than any other team. And like, I feel like the Titans had the same like organizational focus as Dallas, where they just kind of let they're like, oh, we're good based on our line, but we don't care about the line anymore. Right. And I feel like that's going to come back to bite them in the ass.
Yeah, good point. And to just have to lose Conklin, you're like, oh yeah, we can just bring some guy in there. That never happens. You can't just bring someone that was a Pro Bowler in and be like, okay, he's gonna figure it out, and it never happens quickly. You got to give these people a long time to really understand what they have to deal with. They made it look easy.
Yeah, and it's just like the Bears are certain teams where they're just going to be lost against. Mm-hmm. But the Bears, historically, they win games you don't think they should.
Yes.
And I think they can out-tough Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like in the trenches for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're putting Derrick Henry with no real line against that front seven. I think Chicago comes out on top against a really bad defense with an offensive performance where they need to bounce back. So, yeah, I think there's going to be good value in the Bears there.
Yeah.
And then Ravens at Colts.
Ooh, what we got?
Okay, fun one. Who had the more impressive touchdown celebration yesterday?
Oh,
Naheem Hines or Tyreek Hill?
Naheem's. I mean, he did Power Ranger moves. Those are incredible.
Yeah, but Tyreek, he scaled a 7-foot wall with one hand.
Okay, he is Spider-Man, sure. But Spider-Man versus Power Ranger? I guess you got to go. Spider-Man would always beat a Power Ranger up, so that's pretty easy.
Yeah, so Tyreek Hill had the better celebration. We've decided it. Yeah, and the The Ravens, whatever. They lost yesterday.
They're okay.
They were forced to be pocket passers. They kind of mismanaged the clock. Things didn't go in their favor.
Right.
And I would blindly back them in this with a Ravens bounce back game, but the anti-Dak, Ronnie Stanley.
Oh.
He did it right. Study up, Dacky.
Oh,
You
man.
signed a 5-year extension, then you break your ankle. That's what you do.
That's how you get it done in the NFL. Oh, yeah, I know. How do you... That's so, like, just for the organization as a human, too, you sign this great contract, life-changing money, and then you're out for the season for the thing that you love, right? It just, what a sword.
But as long as you put your name on the dotted line, I think the money is going to move towards the Colts in this one.
Yeah.
It has to, right?
I think it has to. J.K. Dobbins, like, their running game still showed out, even when Stanley was out. So it's like, you might. I don't know if you're going to run on the Colts, though.
No, in the Colts, they played a Lions team with a little bit of a left tackle injury. This week, Decker was somewhat banged up.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's a really tough game to prognosticate.
Yeah.
They're going to be trying to throw the ball down the field. They're probably resigned to a wild card at this point.
For sure. Yeah.
And, if we're talking about Washington betting against them in round one, you're betting on the Ravens no matter what happens in round one, right?
Yeah.
Ravens as a road wild card team.
All day.
Who's going to be the worst divisional? They're going to be going, this is the matchup they're going to have.
Yeah, it would be this matchup.
Yeah, they're going to play the Colts in round one of the playoffs, and they're going to win today and have that mental ownership of the Indianapolis franchise, and then they're going to do it again in January.
I like it. That's how you do it. Did you stack those wins with that? And because they're going to have to wipe, the mouth, that taste out of their mouth for getting beat by the Steelers. It just doesn't sit well. So you want to. You don't want to get beat twice on a tough defensive team if you're supposed to tout that you are as well. It's just the name of the game.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers can beat Matt Patricia's defense. He cannot beat a Harbaugh's.
Shouldn't.
Well, maybe only one Harbaugh. There's one Harbaugh he could probably beat. Shut up. No one said anything. That was just to me. Steelers at Cowboys. How did the Ben Roethlisberger MVP odds not move?
I have no idea.
He was 33-1.
And you were just saying that he was drawing lines in the dirt.
He was literally drawing up plays and going out there. He was doing the sort of thing you'd expect Ben Roethlisberger to do.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah, no value reflected. Somehow Russell Wilson is now minus 182 for MVP.
I still see it, but if Roethlisberger's doing this to the end of the season, I don't see it.
They haven't lost a game.
I just don't. You got to give it, it sucks. We don't want to give it to him, but you might just have to.
Roethlisberger went from 33-1, and this week he's 30-1. And I know there is an unwillingness, given that he is the dregs of society and should be shunned. You don't want to give him the NFL MVP.
No.
But he deserves it.
I know.
This Russell Wilson thing seems a little forced to me.
I wouldn't say forced. I mean, we're seeing what DK Metcalf can do, right?
Yeah.
With Russ. So he's going to keep him in that MVP talk if he keeps slinging the ball. So, I mean, we shouldn't poo-poo on how he's doing it. I mean, if he's going to keep winning games, you gotta keep due.
And Russell's great, but, looking at the schedule, the Steelers could easily be, we got a fart in the room. The Steelers could be 15-1. Their schedule gets so much easier.
Yeah.
And how does Ben not win this if he goes 15-1 as a 65-year-old starting quarterback who weighs 300 pounds?
You got to give it to the 300-pounder. You just have to.
Yeah, this is a Babe Ruth level achievement for fat athletes everywhere. John Daly level achievement. Yeah, and I'm not going to make a Ben Roethlisberger John Daly joke because unlike John Daly, Ben Roethlisberger can crash his vehicle stone cold sober.
Sorry, John. Hope you're doing okay.
Is Mike Tomlin the most underrated figure from this era of football?
Yeah, because you never see praise from Tomlin.
Because he's quiet.
Because he's quiet,
cool.
And then there's some backlash with someone in his team, and like the whole Antonio Brown stuff. Everyone's kind of like, well, it must be Tomlin. Tomlin's the problem. It's like, no, just AB's an asshole. So, he's just so. He's so good. He knows what his team needs. I know he's a defensive team, like he's a defensive guy, and he just knows how to implement it. And he can plug anybody in there, and just hey, let me get the seventh rounder from the Jets. I see a thing he can do. Cool. There you go. He's probably gonna catch an interception after he gets through his COVID protocol, and then he's gonna do like a tweet.
He's going to be holding the umbrella. He'll still get a pick. Yeah. One-handed. He'll catch it with the umbrella like Mary Poppins of the gridiron.
Ooh.
So Steelers at Cowboys. No line yet.
Come on.
Yeah, whatever.
What did he say Ben DiNucci said?
Ben DiNucci...
He said something like,
hold on. I'm guessing he said it mostly with his hands.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you just said, what did you say? You said something like, he said that the NFL was hard. It's like, yeah, man. That's kind of how this game is.
Nice observation, Ben. Yeah, this line, it's got to be a stay away because the Cowboys can't be as bad as they have been.
Do you think it would be like the Chiefs bet? Like the Chiefs, like minus 19 thing?
No, because the Chiefs were at home and Dallas is a public team. So if Dallas is like getting more than 10 in Texas Stadium, I think their fans are just going to take a break from stopping traffic all over the country to place that Cowboys bet.
Hey, Ron, let's go to our local sports betting location.
Yeah, no. And we have our worst game of the week coming up next. Raiders at Chargers.
Did you say the worst game?
This is the least glamorous matchup you could have in terms. This is anonymous. This is
the regular. Yeah, this is the regular. The Raiders always steamroll. They always do.
No way. Chargers win this game. Chargers are favored right now.
Oh.
And if the Chargers had any other coach, they'd be in the playoffs. No doubt. Anthony Lynn is cool. And it's not like Matt Patricia or Adam Gase. He's like this badass guy, went through COVID without a peep of complaint.
Right.
And he blows leads like crazy.
He does. What I saw with the Raiders, against the Browns, a lot of their linemen weren't, in the game. They got their, the B squad, and they ran the ball all over Cleveland. And as I said, they were a little banged up, but if you can run the ball, then you don't have to rely on Carr. And then that's the chemistry that you need. Then you run the ball, and then Henry Ruggs runs for 50 miles an hour and catches the best ball in the league.
And I know the records couldn't be more opposite. I think the Chargers are a better team.
Yes, in certain spots. Yeah, I mean their defensive line on paper is better.
They've got a better quarterback. They've got a better offensive line, better defensive line. When healthy, they have a better secondary.
Yeah.
They're not trading Desmond King because they had a bad loss. They're trading him because they have really good player development in their secondary.
Yeah.
Like, for all of his horrible game management, like, Anthony Lynn's kept around because he's developed talent really well, and the talent is going to show out against Vegas, I think. Mm-hmm. So this will be one of my picks for the professional gambler. I'll be putting money on the Chargers here.
Okay.
And that's maybe to apologize to him for backing the Broncos yesterday.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm a Chargers. They're my number 2 team.
Yeah.
They're Lions colors, and they have no you have no guilt about becoming a Chargers fan because they have none.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they'll get their due.
No, they won't. They're the second football team in a town that hates football. We have an LA resident here. How many Chargers hats have you seen?
There's more Raider hats still in LA.
More Raider hats.
See?
The Chargers are playing for their home.
That's why it's different. It's a different game. Yeah. This is our house.
Next game. Oh my gosh, this is fun. Dolphins at Cardinals. We have if you're a football nerd, this is the future of defense versus the future of offense. And Dolphins are getting 5 points.
5 points, huh? I like it. I like it. But I don't know. I think Kyler might be too much. Might be too much for the Dolphins.
Yeah, but this is one where, Tua was against the Rams. He had he got hit hard early.
Yeah.
So this is when Tua shows out.
Okay. All right. I'm still a little scared. He hasn't played football in a long time and it really showed up. So he might need a couple games to actually look like a quarterback.
And this is a good opportunity for him to look like a quarterback because the Cardinals are missing their best defensive player. He's out for the year. Mm-hmm. He's going to be able to move around against that defensive front. And, it's the Cardinals, they're a lot of flash, but the Dolphins, they play meat and potatoes football.
Yeah.
Given that it's more than a field goal spread, I'm inclined to back Miami here.
Okay. I mean, I think their defense is going to show up. It just how much is Tua going to show? It's going to be a fun game. I'm really excited about that one.
And then next one, Saints at Buccaneers, Sunday Night Football. It's no Cowboys-Eagles, but what is? And the Saints beat them the first time.
Yeah.
You got to think the Bucs will beat them this time.
Yes.
And
Alvin Kamara, though, I mean, that's just it's always a factor. And I mean, the Bucs defense could probably stop them, but if they use him correctly and just put him in space and try not to line him up against that D lineman, that Bucs D line, I think you're in good shape.
Yeah, and this is the heavyweight battle that's been brewing through this NFL season.
Yeah.
The Saints are propped up. They're not the team they once were. They're so committed to being Breeze's team. It's insane.
Yeah.
Put in Jameis.
We can't. We have Taysom right here.
Yeah, we will never give Jameis an opportunity. We like this 6-foot guy who's always injured and he plays receiver.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
He's my guy.
Back in the Bucs here.
Yeah.
Stone cold. As long as it's under 6, Bucs are the play here.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. And then Monday night, we have the Patriots at the Jets. Patriots by a touchdown?
Yes.
Easy money.
Easy money. That is just drop off the money now.
I know the Patriots lost and everyone's in this hubbub about them, but they played really well.
They were in it. If Cam didn't do that dumb fumble, you got to win it right there.
And if you take the COVID weeks away from that schedule, they haven't looked that bad this year. They're 2-5, but the losses are against Seattle. They're on the heels of COVID wrecking your best players on both sides of the ball.
Right.
They're taking care of business against the Jets. Mm-hmm. And geez, I kind of want to just empty out my stocks, empty out my bonds, and put it on the Pats money line Monday night.
Kind of feels like it, right?
Yeah, my fiance would be so fucking mad if I did that. Guess what? I put $80,000 on the Patriots. She'll be like, "Why are you betting on Michael Moore?" She's a real lib.
You two geniuses skip the real worst game of the week.
The two geniuses are us. The worst game of the week, is it Jets Patriots, or is there something I glossed over?
No, that's
skip the Texans Jaguars game.
Ooh, the Tank Bowl. Both teams are trying to lose. You're back in the Texans here, right?
You have to.
Minshew's
not playing. Yeah, he's sick. He's sick.
Yeah, but it's Monday, and you're saying he's going to be sick on Sunday.
Yeah. He's calling in. He's not going to be here. So
he is banged up, but it's kind of like Minshew is getting Minshewed.
It's not even his fault. They just don't have. They don't have weapons. They're not good. And it's like, let's blame Minshew, and they're kind of maybe doing what Miami's doing. It's like, okay, let's just throw this quarterback out here. He might not do anything. He won't do anything. We'll secure a win, and then hey, maybe Gardner comes back from his fake illness.
Oh, Texans -6.5. easy.
Yeah.
Because they don't have their pick. Miami does. There's no incentive for them to lose here like there is with Jacksonville. Jacksonville, they know how badly they messed up winning week 1 against Indianapolis. They're trying to lose so much throughout the rest of the season. The NFL takes away their win.
Yeah, you got to. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, no brainer. So it's got a little bit to form here, but it's looking like Texans for sure. That's a 5-star lock from me. Patriots for sure, 5-star lock. And then the rest you kind of got to talk yourself into them. I'll take the Bears because of my thinking there, and then I'll take the Chargers and Dolphins because I think I just like those teams.
You do. You have a little sweet tooth for them.
Yeah, every team that wears teal, I'm a sucker for.
It's like, oh, I like your colors. I like it.
Yeah, if there was a teal gang, I'd join them.
T gang, let's go. I love it.
Okay, so we're having fun at the Props Network. If you don't know what the Props Network is, and Brian, you work here. The Props Network is the place where bets begin. No, the Props Network isn't a sports book, but it is where smart bettors and new players go before the sports book. Why? Because the Props Network has a few things that all bettors need: exclusive sign-up bonuses, reporting on weekly promos, free betting picks, and live odds comparison for every football game. A visit to thepropsnetwork.com before placing a bet guarantees that you'll be wagering with the best available bonuses and getting the biggest possible payout if you visit the Props Network when your bets hit. This week at the Props Network, you'll get $30 free bets, no deposit required from Unibet. That's Anthony Davis's company. You'll get 4 risk-free bets up to $1,000 at PointsBet with code BONUSPROPS. He laughed at that, but I'm going to get yelled at it. And up to $250 bonus credit when you make a new account at BetRivers. And this week, you don't want to bet Rivers. You can get all these deals and more at thepropsnetwork.com. You want to try the disclaimer? I do it every week. I have a good time. Do you want to try it?
No, it's okay. You do it.
Must be 21 or older to bet online. Do you or somebody know have a gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER today.